Welcome, everyone, to Beaver Stadium, nestled in Bucolic State College and home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, and one of the loudest, most passionate crowds you'll find anywhere in college football. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes... And he all take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. Don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
Goes to the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow at 2nd and 7. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what?
Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. Looking for a productive play on first down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. On first down, here comes this offense. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Fights off a defender. Tripped up for the tackle.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
Now on second down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Trying to get to it. Fires to the right. Got his man. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
The give to the tailback. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so.
And the ball's loose in the backfield. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State! That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Right back to it. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
Just a simple power play. Power footprint. Be strong. Be big. Be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on third and short. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on 1st down. The snap sets up the throw. They'll run the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Setting up the screen. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Fast motion from the offense. The give to the left side. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Kramer. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. They've got the screen set up. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Eight-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. The give to the back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Got to have it. Got to start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Third and short now from their own 48. Back to pass, it's Kramer. Quick completion on the outbound. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Getting some heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his 1st sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Nittany Lions! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Western Kentucky is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up 14 over Western Michigan. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Looking to go up top on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Second down coming up. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. On second down, he'll fire. Gets open down the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to throw. Going for it all. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Oh, he's going to take a chance. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Tigers. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of a back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. but then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
It's first down from back at their own
Oh, you
24-yard
put
line.
formula in it?
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
Say what?
Plows through the defense. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang
That's why I'm
tackling,
like,
because
made
if
some
you need
bottles.
3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
That should have definitely been moving too slow. He burnt? Yeah. It was a big one. Huh?
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The back goes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Let's come up with a game plan.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to move the chains.
Jamaica?
They'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. Looking to pass. It's Kramer. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield.
Pretty sure she would do more than
Nice
that to
pitch
go
and catch
back.
there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
So you gonna do what, girl, or
They're
what?
not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack.
Well, you know she gonna be
the
wanting to be on the
perfect
other
spot,
side.
making life easy for his QB.
Yeah, there's nothing over there for her. On like the other side, with
And
Montego
the
Bay
Nittany
side.
Lions will have it 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a 3-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count, it's not a lot of fun.
This drive facing a little adversity now. A 10-yard loss leaves them with 2nd and 20. Give to the running back. And they're able to get him down.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Looking to throw for it. It's complete to the left. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Okay.
Quick release by the QB. And the ball's on the ground. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Great job.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
Change it.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Dropping back, it's Kramer. He finds his man. Touchdown, Penn State! They take the lead with the 6.
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here.
Let's go.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a 2-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Huh?
The give to the back. Makes one man miss. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Well, nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that 6th sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that 1st down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
And I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a 1st down.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Running back searching for a hole. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. From the 42, if they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Time to take a shot. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Offense getting set for 1st down. Takes the handoff. It's quick. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Penn State 21, Auburn 14.
option. The pitch. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
Wants to throw on third down. Fires downfield. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on third and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a fourth down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
Trying to find his man on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down.
So nasty, you know that?
Illinois is just steamrolling its way to victory today. No way the experts saw this coming. A lead that just keeps growing and growing. They're up by 17 over Akron. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 2nd down, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And down he goes back at the 3.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive line to get to the QB.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Quarterback on the keeper. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on down.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Makes his connection. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The Tigers are in the hurry-up. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense. Yeah, and you're just running at a time where you can have these small gains where the clock continues to run. This offense definitely got to have some urgency. Down, late in the game. I need to force some plays, Palmer, probably down the field.
And if you're the defense, you can have that all day. We're going to play big zones. We're going to keep the ball in front of us. We've got the lead.
Oh, he wants it all. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now facing a third and long. Let's go! On the option. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the right. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Motion from the offense. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Working the middle, it's complete. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Good enough for a first down.
Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Good enough for a first down.
He'll just keep slinging it. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. From the gun, looking for a man. Buys a little time. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Running back goes in motion. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. From the gun, wants to pass. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
They'll try to run for it. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smug Welcome to Kennesaw, Georgia, in the greater Atlanta area and home to the Owls of Kennesaw State, where these fans have been eagerly anticipating this one all week. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all.
Open runway ahead. He's at the 40. The 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! And they'll... A first down for the offense. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
To the air. It's Petrie. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, this home crowd was so jacked up, so excited to finally get the football after giving up points on the first drive and having to be quiet. Now they're quiet again. How about the defense coming in here, shutting this crowd up early and doing their job?
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They'll try the run. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out. And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Shows him the stiff arm. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking the shot. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Coming after it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Scott. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Kennesaw State right back to work.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell. Hanging in there. He knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target, and getting the completion.
Now after the short completion, it's second down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions.
What a snag by the defense. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, it's still short of the first down. Completion a little short of the sticks, it's second down. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Tackled, but he has a first down. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. He's going to pass. Makes the grab over the middle.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
After that last completion, it's second down. The aerial assault continues. Dumps it to the back. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions.
Touchdown, Owls! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. The offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Blasted as he lets it go. And the pass hits, picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. They're trying to get to it. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Scanning the field, it's Petrie. He'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big... Into the end zone he goes. You don't give up. Line gets set. 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play. 2nd and long from the 11. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. They're going up top. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the 1st quarter on a high note to no avail. 2nd quarter's coming. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Looking down the middle. Complete downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking off. He's looking to throw it. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
2nd down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Looking downfield, it's Petrie. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. No one's been able to keep him off the quarterback. Career sack number 50.
Like, honestly, in today's college football, if you get 10 sacks in a season, that's considered a really good year. You might be an All-American. To go 50 in your career, David, I mean, nobody does that.
You're just a freak. I mean, your God-given ability to get off the football so fast and to be so relentless and to be so good with your hands.
Touchdown, Miami! How about... Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Going up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
On third down, going up top. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still...
Snags it, and he'll take it in. They could... Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Looking to throw, it's Petrie. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away.
This guy's just playing like an All-American these last couple of games out now. Last game he had 2 sacks. He just registered his 2nd sack in this game. He has been virtually unblockable.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Let's see what they've got on second down. The run to the left. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. And the Canes in the hurry-up.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability, too.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. The Canes have taken it inside the 20. Feeling some heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Caught over the middle. It's Carr. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before... And after that pitch, already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
They're not into threes. They want sixes, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And the Hurricanes get enough for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll give it to Johnson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down here for the offense. He'll set up to throw. Finds his man. It's Carr. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Canes come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
He just got back to the line of scrimmage. They tried to run it out of the gun and found no room at all. On the run, it's Scott. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away.
On to punt it away.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll bring it back. It's Pruitt. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. But they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Back to throw, it's Petrie. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away.
And you got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but you just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
First and 10.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
I love the type of throw there by the quarterback, throwing to his running back on that angle route. That cannot be a bullet throw. He just puts enough air on it, makes it an easy catch for his running back on the move. Running back makes the grab, and he's able to advance it.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He wants to throw. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They keep attacking through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Carr. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Going over the top. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they take it. First down here for the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. Kennesaw State right back to work. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down. First down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. He'll take a shot. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. To the ground with the back. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on 4th down.
I think you run that ball right there knowing that I'm going to run it again on 4th down. I'm going to go for it on 4th down. I got another play. Nice job by that defensive line not getting moved around, making a play. They got to get one more stand right here.
They'll go with the running game on 4th down here. And the Canes brought to the ground, but not before picking up the 1st. No problem for the offense there. They just took care of business.
And you practice these situations nowadays. You know you're going to go for it on 4th most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident. You're ready to rock and roll, and they get the 1st down.
The Canes look to keep this drive humming. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers.
Touchdown, Canes! And the stomping head. The offense set for a first down play. The inside handoff. Smashes through. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Petrie. Pocket starts to collapse. Firing deep. Wide open. He makes the catch. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Open space at the 25. He's finally herded out of bounds. Really good pickup on 3rd down, and still not quite enough to move the chains.
Defensively, in these situations, when it's such long yardage situations, I'm going to be very, very conservative. I'm going to drop guys really, really deep.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
That's a tough place to be if you're the quarterback, too. On 4th down, the defense dials up the blitz, and you just feel the pocket constricting around you. It's like a black hole. There's just nothing you can do. It's hard to see receivers downfield. It's hard to step up, and on that play, you're helpless. You know that you're losing possession. You're coming off the field.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to get to it. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Petrie getting some heat. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Quarterback empties his backfield. On 4th down, trying to find his man. A shot toward the end zone. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve.
Take over. 1st and 10.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Snagged in the middle. It's Duggan.
And quarterback dropping back under.
Complete.
Coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Trying to get behind the defense. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. Touch! Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this score.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. So now they're staring at a 2nd and long from their 20. Wants to throw. It's Petrie. They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not... The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He's going to pass. They're working that left side. Still on his feet at the 45. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field. You saw that right there.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And he makes the catch at the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane! Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
To the air, it's Petrie. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. 4th quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative. Or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He's going up top. And they're going to put another one into the end zone. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Throws for the tight end. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot.
He's going for the big play. He caught it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, K. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row.